lady. If the cat doesn't come down out of the tree by itself, call the fire department. That's what I do. Yeah. Nice deal. We got a break for you in that capital case.
What kind of break?
Yeah. Hey, look at this. Start your day off with a smile.
Heads up, Rossman. The captain wants to see you. Like now.
Oh, boy. What'd I do?
It's probably what you didn't do, Rossman.
Watch it.
Well, glad you start your day early. I want to talk to you about your investigation.
I don't talk about my investigations, Mason.
You're looking into an attempt on my father's life cruise. You're not going to shut me out of this.
Okay, what do you want to know? Not that I'm going to tell you anything.
I know that you have evidence pointing to Eden as the person who tried to end my father's life. I want to know when you're going to press charges. I want her arrested.
Whether you want to or not, you have to do it. You have to start demanding that the police get out there and find whoever did it. Otherwise, it's just going to look very suspicious. The fact that the family's upset because nobody's been arrested and you're not.
I don't care how it looks. I can't do it.
Why not?
Because I have lied and lied and lied, and I don't like it. I hate it.
You can't just take this halfway, Eden. It won't work. I'm telling you, you're keeping quiet right now is going to look like an admission of guilt. You might as well go on down to the police station and confess.
Kirk, just please stop calling me. I can't
Eden, you can't run away from this.
I can try.
He's all right, but obviously you're not. What are you doing here?
Hello?
Sam.
Dylan! Man, I've been waiting for this. Where are you?
I'm at a gas station about halfway to the ghost town. Look, I don't have much time. I just wanted to call and see how Nick was doing.
He's fine, he's fine. I just called the hospital. They said he's still knocked out, but he's going to be okay.
Look, if you tell him what we're up to, I am going to bust you.
So when he wakes up...
Hey, don't worry. Will you relax? He's not going to find out.
Good. Keep it that way, because he is not going to like this.
Don't lose any sleep over it. Listen, man, I got to run. I got a visit with our pal, Carlo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm counting on you to keep him off my back until I can get to Kelly.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Oh, Sam, one more favor to ask everybody.
Yeah.
Don't get yourself killed.
Don't tell me. You're going to read the newspaper over breakfast the first morning you were married.
Yeah, these are the help want ads. I had some ads circled earlier, but I don't know, I just don't like the salaries here.
We don't need much.
Amy, a lawyer costs a small fortune. I've got to clear my name of an embezzlement charge.
You're innocent. You prove it.
Oh, good. Well, if you know how, why don't you tell me now? We can save ourselves a lawyer.
You just have to have faith. Getting married is an act of faith. There's nothing to be depressed about over this morning.
Oh, baby, I'm not depressed. I'm just anxious. Speaking of which, do you mind if I just skip the coffee? I'd like to get on with the job hunting.
Okay, I think you should have some breakfast.
No, I'm just to jump here right now.
Okay.
So I'll see you later, all right? Have a good breakfast.
Good luck.
All right. Excuse me. Can you just skip the coffee? I'm running late on an appointment this morning.
Well, didn't I get it for you?
No, but my wife wants the breakfast, though.
Oh, well, she better. It's on the griddle.
Okay. See you, baby.
That's him, Ed. Your husband.
Yeah.
It says he embezzled an awful lot of money there.
Oh, he didn't.
Well, it says he did.
Well, he just has to prove that he's innocent.
He's looking for work now, huh?
That's right.
Well, this kind of coverage, who's going to hire him?
Wait a minute, okay? I mean, this is none of your business. Can we let the current events behind my breakfast, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Sure. I just think he's wasting his time. That's all.
You know, you might as well get out of here, because I'm not going to discuss the case with you.
You have the evidence against Eden, Cruz. I know you do.
What makes you think that?
I'm not prepared to say, but I know you have it, and I know what it is.
You're awfully eager to prejudge your sister, aren't you?
You're awfully eager to cover up for her, aren't you?
I'm not covering anything. We're still investigating.
Besides the evidence, you have a motive. She's talked about nothing but putting my father out of his misery for weeks now.
But that doesn't give us a case.
No, but the evidence does, and very soon people are going to start to wonder why you're not acting on it. I do now.
That's fine. When I'm ready to charge somebody with attempting euthanasia, I'll let you know.
Sounds to me like you're starting to whitewash it already. Euthanasia is just another term for murder as far as I'm concerned.
Interesting, Mason, to see you standing up for your father. As far as I'm concerned, you had a pretty good motive for wanting to get rid of him yourself.
My father and I may have had our differences, but I never wanted him dead. And I don't believe in euthanasia.
You didn't want him dead, yeah. Didn't stop you from goading him into a stroke, though, did it?
I didn't know how sick my father was when we had that fight. Nobody bothered to tell me.
Right.
Look, Cruz, I know you have an emotional stake in this, but need I remind you that duty comes before personal feelings? Maybe you should have yourself taken off this case.
Listen to me, Mason. You are the one with an axe to grind here, not me. Now, for the last time, I will do whatever it is that I have to do. When and if there's enough evidence to bring charges against somebody, I'll do so.
Hey, Cruz, we got a break. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were busy.
No, we're through. No problem.
Not quite.
Mason, I'm busy, all right? Keep in touch.
Oh, I will. You'll be hearing from me very soon. Very soon indeed. Officer?
What have you got?
It's cast of that shoe print we found under C.C. Capwell's window. Lab says it's probably handmade, maybe European. Now, if we can find a shoe and the soil and fiber samples on it match those at the scene, chances are we got our man.
Well, that's a man's shoe.
Oh, yeah. And thanks to the storm that night, we got a pretty good fix on when the print was made. Had to be either that day or that night. They got a full-time gardener there, don't they?
Yeah, Ruben Andrade. But he wouldn't have been wearing a handmade shoe. Listen, take Lansing and start checking out all the men that might have had access to the house and the grounds that night, all right?
You got it.
Yeah. And Rossmore, tell the guys down at the lab they did a real good job.
Police will be here soon. Just in case, I'd better find a place to hide this map.
Oh, God. What's that for?
Guess I'm just a little jumpy.
Yeah, well, you got to be careful with something like that. But, I mean, somebody could get hurt, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Sorry I didn't recognize you. Can't be too careful these days.
You know, I thought for a minute you were going to hold me up or something.
No, man, I'm not going to hold you up. You're about to hold me up. How much do I owe you?
Oh, it's $18 even for the gas.
Listen, can you give me directions to the ghost town that's near here?
Sure, the ghost, yeah. This highway here, you go to your second exit off on the left and take that straight down. You can't miss it, buddy.
Second on the left?
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, sure. That's me. I think we got him, buddy.
What do you mean I'm obviously not all right?
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have put it like that.
What did you mean?
I just meant that everybody's tense after the attempt on your father's life. It must be affecting you. I know I'm feeling it.
Of course we're all tense.
Eden, are you all right?
Of course I'm all right. No need to worry about me.
Well, it's just that we have a very full schedule today. Are you certain you're up to it?
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, what is it that you want me to do first?
Well, I think we should go to the police station. After that, we've got some things to take care of at the office.
Would you leave me alone with my father for a minute?
Eden, please.
Please, Kirk.
I'll wait for you downstairs.
I want to get this straight. He said that Dylan was on his way to some ghost town?
Yes, sir.
What ghost town?
I'm not sure, but we've got our men tailing him.
Well, you better make sure that they don't lose him, because I want Miss Perkins and that mount.
We'll do our best.
Oh, no. You're going to do much better than that. I don't want any mistakes this time. Do you understand me? If they come back here without that map, heads are going to roll, and you tell them whose head. You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right, now get out of here and get moving.
Get here. I better find a place to look for him.
Hey, Mark.
Mary, this is where you live?
This is it. Come on in.
Oh, Mary, well, I have to admit, you're doing very well for yourself.
Well, I mean, I don't exactly own the place. I'm Mr. Capwell's nurse, but I can play hostess and ask you to come in.
Ooh, thank you. Oh, my gosh, this is beautiful.
Isn't it great? Hey, listen, I don't have to be at the clinic till late this afternoon, so how about if I take you sightseeing in Santa Barbara?
I'd love it. How about I take you to lunch?
Oh, no, I owe you lunch, remember?
Right. So when can you go?
Right now.
Great, let's go.
All right.
Mary, if you've got a few... Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know you had company. Hello.
Hello.
This is Mason Capwell. Dr. Mark McCormick.
Oh, doctor, how do you do? Aren't you feeling well?
I feel fine, Mason. Mark and I grew up together. We were old friends. Sarsaparilla float days.
Yeah.
Oh, so the infamous sarsaparilla float I got blamed for came from you, huh?
Oh, did you get blamed?
Well, accused is more like it. Mary, if I need to talk to you for a few minutes, how long are you going to be tied up?
Oh, most of the day. Mark and I are on our way out, and then I have to go over to the clinic.
Well, can you give me a few minutes before you go?
No, sorry, Mason, we have plans.
Oh, now, if it's important, Mary, the sightseeing can wait.
Oh, sightseeing, huh? That what's so urgent?
Mason, I am sure that whatever you have to say to me, you can say to me tomorrow.
What makes you so sure?
You know, when you want something, everyone else can just wait, can't they?
Well, I don't think I'm like that at all. She can be very unkind, you know.
Can she?
Only to him, and only because he deserves it.
Ooh, I think you're still upset about giving me that information yesterday.
Mason, I didn't give you that information. You deceived me and tricked it out of me.
Well, if I do an act of contrition, will you forgive me?
You know, that's just what it would be with you, an act.
Not only unkind, but cruel, too.
Look, I'm ready to go.
Look, I'm sorry about that, but, you know, no one's ever been able to tell Mary to do something she didn't want to.
Oh, you're so right.
Yeah, well, nice to meet you. Hope to see you again.
Oh, yes.
You can get
Anyway, Miss Catwell is here to see, and she's got a Mr. Cranston with her.
Yeah, we'll, tell him to come in.
Seguiremos luego, ¿eh?
De acuerdo.
Hola.
Perdona, el detective Rossmore, Eden Capwell y Kirk.
¿Cómo está? Encantado.
Hola.
Si quieren hablar solas con el inspector Castillo... yo-
No importa. Queríamos solo... Yo quería saber si has sabido algo de nuestro caso.
¿Qué esperas que haya sabido, Eden?
Quería saber si has encontrado algún sospechoso. Mis hermanos y yo, y Gina, estamos ansiosos por saber si hay noticias.
Sí, bien. ¿Y Kirk también está interesado?
Cruz, a mí me preocupa la tranquilidad de Eden.
Ajá. El detective Rossmore podrá informaros de lo que tenemos.
Bueno, no es mucho, pero ha habido progresos. Hemos descubierto un par de cosas, pero no puedo decirle cuáles. Todavía estamos investigando. El capitán acaba de decirnos que luego irán algunos de nuestros hombres a recoger muestras de polvo a su casa. No hay sospechosos, pero los encontraremos.
Por lo que veo, no han averiguado muchas cosas.
Ya le he dicho que tenemos pruebas, pero no podemos hacerlas todavía públicas.
Comprendo. Quería decirle en nombre de mi familia que les estamos muy agradecidos por lo que han hecho.
Haremos todo lo que podamos, señorita Cadwell. Es nuestro trabajo.
Gracias.
Gracias.
A ti también.
No hay por qué.
Only wish I could do more.
No, not now, sweetheart, please. Look, listen, I'm tired. I've got to regain my strength. Why don't you come back after lunch, all right? Oh, Angel, do me a favor, please. Before you go, turn off the sun lamp, because I think I've had a little too much of that, too.
Sure, Carlo. I'll turn off the lamp.
What?
But
Ow.
not right now. Get down.
Sam.
That's right, Sam. Good old Sam. You remember me, don't you? But this time, I'm the one with the gun.
All right, how did you get on board?
What do you care, Carlo? What do you care? I ran into one of your little boys outside, and we had a nice little talk. He's taking a nap now.
If you expect to talk to me, you better turn off the sun lamp.
You know something, man? I'm getting sick and tired of your little supercilious attitudes. Now, you're going to do me a favor, Carlo. You're going to pick up your phone, and you're going to make sure that none of your men even come close to Ghost Town or bother one hair on the head of Dylan or Kelly whatsoever. You've got that.
And seriously think that I'm going to agree to that, do you?
I seriously think you will. Because if you don't, brother, you better get used to the idea that black is beautiful. And you also better realize that you only get there by going through lobster red and crusty brown first. Do you hear me? Answer me! Now, are you going to cooperate? Or do I make myself a nice, fat, juicy Carlo burger?
No.
Carlo's men. It has to be.
very nice resume. Impressive.
Thank you.
And this letter from Minx Lockridge. I've never read a finer recommendation.
Really? Yeah, she's very kind.
But I'm puzzled. Since she is so complimentary about you, what made you decide to leave her? And why are you willing to work for so much less money?
That's a complicated story.
Oh, I think I understand. The truth is, I recognized you the minute you walked in. I'm afraid we can't take you on.
For a minute there, I thought I got lucky. The other people I saw this morning recognized me, too.
It's bound to happen. You've been getting a lot of publicity, and the Lockridges are very well known.
It doesn't mean that they're right, Miss Baldwin.
No, but under the circumstances, what do you expect me to do?
Miss Baldwin, I am not an embezzler.
Well, I'm sure that's true. But I can't take a chance, Mr. Wallace. I'd bring a lot of unfavorable publicity down on my company if I were to hire you.
Why don't you keep this? Maybe it'll change your mind.
I'm afraid not.
Look, I didn't take their money, and I'm going to prove that in court.
When you do, Mr. Wallace, I hope you'll come back.
Yeah, right. Any suggestions on how I can earn a living in the meantime? I just got married.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not. And I'm going to find work, Miss Baldwin. Last thing in the world I want to do is let her down. Thanks.
Give me your hand, Pearl. Your clean hand. What are you, a palm reader? This is for the information you gave me.
Good.
I got another job for you to do now.
This is what I like to hear, pal.
Well, you're going to have to hear about it later.
Right.
So, is this the small world department, or you been following me?
I was sure that you saw me.
Well, that car of yours is hard to miss.
Yeah, tailing people has never been my specialty. In my palmier days, I used to have people do it for me.
That's life. Why are you here?
Looking for a little give and take.
Okay, what do you want to give and what do you want to take?
I want to know why you haven't arrested Eden.
You know, I thought we've already been through that.
Not far enough through it. Now, you have very strong evidence against her. Her fingerprints were found on the plug from the life support system.
And so were yours.
I'm not worried about me. I didn't have anything to do with it. And there was further proof. Proof that you kept out of your preliminary report. You said that Mary saw someone leaving my father's room through the window. But you didn't say who.
She doesn't know who she saw.
Yes, she does. She saw Eden. Now, why wasn't that in the report?
Where did you hear that?
I don't think I want to divulge my sources, Cruz.
Do you really want Eden out of the corporate picture so badly that you're willing to let her go to prison?
I want her to go to prison if she tried to murder my father.
Well, Mason, if you think you can prove that, I suggest you make a formal accusation, go to the press, and tell the world.
Turn in my own sister? Certainly not. Not if I can get the police to do it for me.
Well, you can.
So you're not going to act on what you know, is that it?
I'm not going to act on anything until I do know something. I'm investigating.
I see. And since you kept what Mary told you quiet, I wonder what other evidence you're suppressing.
All right, now. You know I've always admired your tenacity, but I gotta tell you, you're getting way out of line here.
Are you calling lines now, Cruz? You shouldn't. Nobody loves a policeman.
I'm warning you to be careful, Mason. And I mean very, very careful.
Now, listen for a minute, Cruz. I've dealt with the police long enough to know that they think an offense is the best defense. I'm not going to be intimidated.
Good for you. I wouldn't want to see you give your own sister an inch.
You're really in a very tough spot right now, aren't you?
Am I?
Truth's going to have to come out sooner or later, whether you like it or not, Cruz.
Fact one. Mary isn't certain what she saw. She's a long way from being able to make a positive ID. And fact two, Eden swears she wasn't anywhere near the house that night. She has a strong alibi in Kirk Cranston, who was with her all night.
Yeah, well, I can almost believe that. If you do, it must be hitting you pretty hard.
I never take an alibi personally.
Oh, that's right. I forget that you're all business, except when it comes to Eden. Cruz, I think he's covering for her. I think he's lying through his teeth, to put it as nicely as possible. Certainly be in his best interest, now, wouldn't it? If you can't marry the boss, then put her under a sizable obligation. Offhand, I'd say we're going to have Kirk Cranston around for quite a while. Eden can hardly afford to alienate him now, can she?
Mason, go away.
What can you why you're so hostile, Cruz? Is it blindness, devotion to her, both? Guess you're just going to have to find out the hard way.
Hey, Perla. Hello, hello, hello. How are you?
Hi.
You took turns wearing the captain's hat. Here you go. Thank you for the houseboat.
Oh, you bet. Is it still floating?
Barely.
Oh, so how did this honeymoon go?
It's gone. I'm telling you, I'm exhausted. Listen, speaking of himself, I was supposed to meet Brick here. He had his job interview today. Have you seen him?
No, I haven't, Amy. Why don't you sit down and tell me all about it?
Okay.
So, how you doing?
Oh, it's about those springs in your mattress, because you got to do something about that. I'm telling you. Besides that, I am ridiculously, deliriously happy.
Well, you look pretty good for being so, so worn out.
Thank you.
I guess lack of sleep or marriage, I mean, agrees with you.
You should try it. It's terrific.
Yeah, I keep meaning to, but something always seems to get in my way.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tact was never my strong point.
Oh, that's no big deal. So what kind of job is Brooke been going out for anyway?
Oh, I don't know. He just has an appointment. I don't think he's very particular at the moment.
Yeah, I guess it must be kind of tough for him right now with all the publicity, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty horrible. Don't worry about us. We're going to beat this thing. How are you?
Well, you know, this is a lovely ring.
Thank you.
Speaking of the man...
Hey, actors. Don't even ask.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
no luck, huh?
Seems like the only person that might hire me is someone's been living in a cave for the past 3 weeks.
Well, I guess it's time for me to take you home and cheer you up. That is, if you'll excuse.
Yeah, listen, if there's anything else I can do for you two, don't hesitate to ask.
Oh, thanks a lot. Oh, listen, thanks to both.
You bet, man.
The Don Hurwickers were terrific. We love them. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
This is my cover when I talk to cops.
It's a good cover.
This is a special of the day. The soup du jour is made fresh once a week. This week, we are featuring cream of soup du jour. Don't get it. So, what is this new gig you've got for me?
Pro, listen. The joint is empty, so you can save the brilliant dramatics.
Yeah, well, you never know. What's up?
I want you to get into an apartment and remove a man's shoe.
From his foot?
From the apartment.
It's a joke.
Skip the jokes. This is serious.
You know, that's the trouble with you guys. You can't take a joke.
Listen, it's important, man, that you get the right shoe.
Would I get you the wrong shoe?
Pearl.
Why don't I get you both? Then you got a pair. I mean, leaving the poor guy with one shoe, what's he gonna do? Hop around?
Whenever you're finished.
Okay. How come you need the shoe?
I want to see if it matches something. You game?
No.
No?
No. It's called breaking and entering. What if I get caught?
You're not gonna get caught.
Oh, you don't be so sure. Does this have something to do with your girl? Hmm? That attempted murder?
Listen, man, she's innocent. I'm gonna prove it, that's all.
You know, I know what you're up to, pal, and you are going way out on a limb.
Hey, don't start lecturing me, okay? I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, well, so do I. Being on the force means a lot to you. Now, don't mess it up, amigo.
Meaning what?
Meaning you want somebody's shoe, you go in gangbusters with a search warrant, and you take it.
I see. Okay, that's cool. Okay, maybe I should be doing business with Baca from the West Side.
Hey,
or
wait a minute. Don't get
touchy.
You can't just trust anybody around here. I mean, a lot of these guys are dangerous. They're cheats. They'll hold this over your head for what, 20 years? Me, I'll just hold it over your head for 5.
Well, at least they don't waste my time giving me a lot of stupid advice, stupid arguments.
I don't give you stupid arguments. I give you good advice. Okay. Give me the address. And I need an exact description of what this right shoe looks like.
It looks just like the left shoe.
I didn't hear that. Okay, now let us get serious. Whose shoe is this, anyway?
You ask a lot of questions, don't
Nothing
you?
I do not need to know. Whose foot fits this alleged shoe?
Well, if I am right, Kirk Cranston's.
I'll never do that again. Putting a show on like that in front of crews.
Eden, you had to do it. If the rest of your family is going to be pushing the police to some kind of action and you're not, they're going to wonder what's wrong.
That micro-investigation thing has me worried.
Well, don't let it. Would you just forget about that? Look, this is your home. Obviously, they're going to find loads of evidence that you've been up in your father's room. So what? Everyone knows you spent a lot of time up in there. There's nothing to be afraid about.
I just feel really bad doing this to Cruz. He's the best person in the world I know.
Well, then why don't you go and tell him the whole story?
Because I can't. Because he'd want to protect me. He sacrificed his integrity to cover up for me, and neither of us could live with something like that.
You know, does it occur to you that I am helping you? What is it? What is it anyway? My integrity is not worth worrying about?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I really do thank you for everything you've done for me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but it's not the same thanks that you would give Cruz, right? Is that it? Oh, never mind. I don't even want to. I'm sorry. I don't even want you to answer that. Look, here are the keys to my apartment. I've got to make a phone call here. I've got to pick up a couple documents, but I want to meet you back there, all right?
All right. Kirk, I'm sorry if I was tactless. I really do appreciate everything you're doing.
Look, it doesn't matter. But I want to help you, Eden. So if it means that you have to think less of me due to that, well, that's the chance I'm taking.
Well, if it isn't Kirk Cranston.
Hello, Mason.
There's a stroke of luck. You're just the man I wanted to see.
Am I? Why is that?
Oh, a little something to do with the business. And, of course, I wanted to see how poor Eden is doing.
Oh, why poor Eden?
Well, I stand corrected. She's not poor at all, is she? Though not as rich as she might be if she succeeded in killing the old man off.
Go to hell, Mason.
You know, God, how beautiful Santa Barbara is.
Oh, Kirk.
Nice to meet you. Hey, listen, Mary, I'm really sorry to cut this thing short, but I gotta take care of this thing. I hope you understand.
Mark, forget it. I got all this shopping done, and I got out of buying you lunch.
Yeah, well, that's a debt I'm gonna collect on. Hey, can I ask you something?
Sure, what's that?
Well, I get the impression that even under the hostility, that you and Mason have something going on. Now, is that just on his side, or does this run both ways?
This kind of runs in circles. He can be really impossible sometimes. Tell me something, Mark. Is the room behind the clinic going to work out for you?
Oh, yeah, fine. Even the shower works.
Is it going to be big enough?
For one person.
Now, that's something I wanted to ask you. I noticed you were wearing a wedding ring. Why didn't I get an announcement?
Well, it didn't last long enough to make an announcement.
Oh, Mark, I'm sorry.
Well, you know, not every marriage is made in heaven, and ours didn't even come close. Talk to you tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Back so soon?
Oh, yeah, Mark had an appointment.
Oh, well, the gods are smiling on me at last. Can we have our talk now?
Yeah, Mason, there is something I would like to say to you. What I told you about Eden, I want that kept strictly between us. I mean, you repeat that to anybody, and I will...
What?
I don't know what, but whatever it is, you won't like it.
You're beautiful when you're angry.
Oh, stop it, Mason. Just remember what I said, because I mean it.
I know you do. Can't help loving a woman who means what she says. It's inspiring.
I told Mark you were impossible.
Really? Did you say that? You spent your time talking about me? I think that's wonderful. I'm glad you think I'm impossible. I think we're on the road to making up.
Oh, no, we're not.
Have any of our lab guys showed up yet?
Oh, yeah, no, they didn't, but they phoned and they told the other nurse that they're on their way.
Good.
Cruz.
Yeah?
I did a really stupid thing. I let it slip to Mason that I saw Eden leaving through the window. That I thought it was Eden. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, well, Mason has a way of getting things out of people, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He told me about it this morning.
He told you?
Yeah.
I am so sorry I said a word to him. I should have known by now. Well, so help me, that's the last time I tell him anything.
Still investigating, I see. Have you found any exciting new evidence?
So it's all up to you, Carlo. And I bet you I can wait longer than you can.
All right.
What?
You heard what I said.
Oh, does that mean that you're going to make the call?
Whatever, just turn the damn thing off.
Oh, Carlo, now I don't want you to get all hot and bothered. You said just what I wanted to hear. Oh, don't worry, you're not too burned.
Oh, great, I feel like a piece of bacon.
All right. First, I want you to tell the men here on the yacht just to sit tight. I don't want anybody to disturb us. Then I want you to call the assassins that you sent after Dylan. And I want you to tell them to drop the chase and to get right back here. Do you understand? Do it.
Sam, I want you to know something. I'm not doing this for fun, you know, or even for the gold, for that matter. You see, what you don't seem to realize is that this gold is rightfully mine. My grandfather had squatter's rights on that land.
Yeah? Well, he didn't squat long enough.
Oh, Sam. My grandfather meant the world to me. Don't you understand that? But he was killed by men like you.
I could care less, Carlo. I could care less. Now, you're stalling for time. Make the call.
Have it your way. I have to give them a code, otherwise they won't believe it's me.
Do it.
The weather in Athens is sunny today. That's right. I don't want you coming into my cabin until I call for you. Got it?
Now, that's a good boy, Carlo. Now the men you sent after Dylan.
You're a tough man to do business with, my dear.
Well, after today, my dear friend, you're going out of business, so don't worry about it. All right. Freeze, Dumbo. And drop it. Drop it! some code, Carlo. More like an SOS.
Oh, well, what the heck? I thought it was worth a try. Now, Sam, why don't you put that little toy away, Because my men are en route to that ghost town, and there's no way to call them back. Besides, you are never going to get off this boat. You see, your friends are finished. So are you.